I'm Neil, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dreaming of Chess Mastery, which examines the world of adult chess improvement in all its glory. A couple of weeks ago, I did the first in this series where I started examining three great temptations that we adult chess improvers face, sort of inspired by Jonathan Rowson's 7 Deadly Chess Sins. I thought, what about the three temptations? Now, of course, I'm not a biblical scholar, not religious at all, for better or worse, so I might have all the details wrong, and if you are of that faith, well, please forgive me. I hope I don't upset anyone or cause any offence. The first of the series, I looked at the temptation of turning stones into bread or whatever. After a long fast, well, why not a miracle cure? And my miracle cure that we adult chess improvers seem to latch onto is the universal chess opening, the dreaded London system. Learn this and all your problems will go away, except they don't. And there's other new problems that it brings to the table. This week, I wanted to look at the second temptation, which, as I understand it, was the devil suggested that Jesus throw himself off the mountaintops or something like that, or cliff top. And God would not allow him to die, and a miracle would be performed whereby the people would catch him. Now, how does that translate into adult chess improvement? Well, with some difficulty. But then I got to thinking that perhaps that is what we are doing. We want to save ourselves, so we put ourselves in the hands of a brilliant thinker via a book or a course or something like that. And if you just buy that book or do that course, all your problems will be solved. You will learn what you need to know. It will unlock the secrets, the mysteries of chess. Except it doesn't really work like that way. I mean, I think we're all tempted to do that. We see a bright, shiny new book and think, this has all the answers, this will save me. Or a course. At the moment, I've dived in quite seriously into Johan Helston's Mastering Endgame Strategy on Chessable. And I don't suggest for a second that this isn't a good thing to do. It is. I've also watched Helston's videos that the Chess Dojo makes available on YouTube. And wonderful. And I've bought his the next course I'm going to study, and I have a copy of the book as well, Mastering Middle Game Strategy, or Chess Strategy, whatever it's called. And I have this idea in my mind, and if I'm being truly honest, that if I just finish these courses, I will be a good player. I will become the player I want to be. It will save me. Save me from a sort of death by chess ignorance. It'll fill in all the gaps and provide all the skills and techniques. And I am training with these, certainly with the Endgame course. It's, this wonderful spaced repetition technology on Chessable. Marvellous stuff. But the truth of the matter is that that will only take me so far. There is no miracle cure. The miracle cure comes through thinking, testing, and checking your ideas. I think a lot of very accomplished chess thinkers have said as much. You know, I'm worshipping at, the feet of the great chess coach Johan Helston. And I think he's a fantastic, from everything I can see, he is a fantastic coach. I'm not claiming he is the alpha and omega of chess coaches. And once you've finished with Helston, of course you progress to Agard. It's all a little Scandinavian. And beyond that, there is the true master himself, Mark Dvoretsky. If you go through all these courses, they are obviously very, very valuable. But Helston himself has said, all you need for your chess improvement, for your chess education, you will find in your own games if you examine them closely enough. And the first of the sort of, one might say, meta chess thinkers, Alexander Kotov, the Russian grandmaster, and he was a bit of an adult chess improver. He was a strong player, but he wasn't at the top of the tree. And later in life, he developed a sort of analytical approach, learning from, I guess, Botvinnik, that turned him from being an average sort of master strength player to being a world candidate, which was kind of surprising if you look at his earlier games. But that's how Kotov did it, by a deep examination of his own games. And I've been thinking, I'm studying these endgame variations on the endgame strategy course, but eventually it becomes a sort of, it's gamified, and you find yourself not thinking. Now, this is important. We need to develop our intuition and all that good stuff. But I think the principal thing that I need to develop, that I suspect you do too, that we as adult chess improvers need to develop more than anything else, is the ability to stop and think in a constructive, structured sort of way. And these courses are not miracle cures, panaceas or whatever. They certainly will add to our chess knowledge. They will certainly give us insights. But if we truly want to take that leap, off the cliff top, and not hit the ground with a splat, but start to fly as chess players, if that's what we want to do, the thing that will enable us is, above all else, detailed analysis, non-superficial analysis. We need to build other skills, and the courses and books will do that. And I'm not knocking courses and books. I think they're a valuable resource. But there is, I think, a powerful temptation to think, just before we make a purchase, yes, this is the one. This is the one that will change it all. This is the elixir, the holy grail, choose whatever metaphor you like. When I was a kid growing up, it happened a few times where I came across a book. I can remember finding a copy of Zurich 1953 by Bronstein. And I thought it was, this was the Alpha and Omega. And it is an astonishingly good book. And I read it. I played through some games. But had I taken that book and really put myself into the book, rather than just, in inverted commas, read it, I think then I would have made an enormous change. If I'd done what Nimzovich suggests in my system, if I'd taken the book to a bookbinder and got him to insert a blank sheet of paper between every page so that I could start writing notes. Apparently Nimzovich did that with books. I suppose also back in that day, 100 years ago, bookbinders were a thing. Not so much anymore. Where would I find a bookbinder in my little village? Well, I won't. So that's the temptation. That's the trap. None of these books or courses will be the miracle cure. And if we're looking for salvation, I think we're going to find it through hard work and developing the ability to analyze. I think more than anything else, this is the thing. Perhaps what these courses and books do, beyond giving us simple knowledge, or in the case of Chessable, training skills so we build up our intuition. And knowledge, skills, intuition are incredibly valuable things. They are part of the package. I think what they also do, books, courses, is that they give us exemplars, something to follow. Perhaps the way to read these books or to do these chess examples is to pick an example and then find another one and explain it using the terms of that original example. Now that's an interesting exercise. And a lot of chess writers talk about that too, how in that fabled Russian school of chess, every schoolboy kept a notebook. Perhaps that's the first thing you need to buy. It's not a book full of wisdom, but it's an empty book, not of great quality, not with beautiful, glossy, satin-like sheets of paper. A simple book, a legal pad, something like that. And just start scribbling notes and keep on doing it, rinse and repeat. I guess one doesn't do this to the exclusion of all else. One does this as a compliment. So, that's it for this week. I trust you are enjoying your learning, whatever it might be, and your lives are filled with joy. You're safe and well and healthy. And until next week and the third of the Sins chant.